Hello, it's Pete, Rigs and Tips again. How are you? Today, I know you've seen me make a 2-hook rig clipped, but today I'm going to show you how to make a 2-hook clipped rig with an SRT spring. Yeah, I'll just show you that. And what I use is a Cascade Swivel, if you can see it there. Yeah, for this rig, and there it is. That's it there, there's the spring, and then goes down, got an imp. Not an imp, sorry, an impact shield on there and the weight, and it all hangs up. So I'm going to show you how to make that, but first let's show you the components you're going to need to make the 2-hook rig clipped with the SRT spring. Is a weight clip, 5 crimps, 5 beads, a Cascade swivel, a normal small swivel, a bigger swivel, 1 SRT spring, and I'm using 10 Aberdeen hooks, which you can use whatever hooks you want. You can use bigger hooks or small hooks, it's entirely up to you. I like the Aberdeens. I've been using them for a while now, and I've had all sorts of fish on them, dogfish, pouting, I've had huss on them, so yeah, they're alright for me. So as well, general line, Powerflex £60 rig body, and today I'm using Amnesia £30 just to show you. I normally use 20 to 25 for my hook snooze, but I've run out of that, so I'm just going to use that just to show you. Right, so to start, as always in my videos, your rig body, £60 Powerflex, to the nose, stretch your arm, pull a little bit for the knots, and then cut. So there you go, that's cut. So do you know what I've forgotten? Just a minute. Yeah, so what I forgot to show you was the impact shield. There it is. You get a bit of rubber sleeve to go over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the weight clip on first. There it is. And for anyone who hasn't watched my videos before, there's a little tip: when you put your weight on, you always have that going to the bottom, so that stops your weight sliding up when you've hooked it on. So you put your weight onto there, round down to the bottom, so it's hanging there. That little bar stops your weight sliding up. That's what it's for. Just a little tip in case you didn't know. So tie that on. There you go. Let your line, pull your knot, slide it down. There's just a 5-turn knot. Everybody has the favourites. I just like that because it's nice and easy. So there's your rig body. Right then, slide your bit of tubing on first. So I'm working from the bottom up, bit of tubing. There's a hole in the bottom of these on the front that goes straight up. There you go, thread it through, thread it down the line, thread that on. There you go, that's on. So I do now, put a bead on, and then a crimp. That's just to stop the splashdown rig sliding up the line. So put that on. In fact, you can crimp that up. You can crimp that up straight away, because when you put the other ones on, the other crimps and beads, you leave them loose until you get them where you want them. You slide them up and down. So that's that on and crimped up, so that won't go anywhere once it's up there. Right, so now I'm going to put a crimp on, a bead, now the Cascade Swivel. If you've not used a Cascade Swivel before, let me explain. That is the Cascade Swivel. It's got a built-in bait clip, and that bit there, the loop, you can see it, is what your hook snood goes to. It doesn't go to that side, it goes to that side. So I don't know whether you can see that, as if it's curved. See, it's curved. So you want that to go on that way. Yeah. So your bait clip is up, because you want that bit to go over the bead. And so when it's on, it's like that. So your other hook link is going to go into there, and that's going up the line. So I put that on. I'll show you what I mean. See how it hangs over, see, hangs down. So you put another bead on, another bead, then a crimp, then another crimp, then you put an SRT spring on. There's the SRT spring, you can see that. Like I said, I've only ever made one of these rigs before. This is my second one, and I'm showing you how to make it. So you put that on, put a bead on, so swivel, a smaller swivel, as you can see, goes on, bead, crimp, it crimps on. Now I'm going to tie on the larger swivel, and this is up to £100, so yeah, that's fine. 5 or 6 turns, whatever you're happy with. Probably not. Done. Put the excess off. So I'll just show you what we've got on the rig now. We've got the impact shield, bead and crimp. That's to stop the impact shield going up. Then you've got a bead, then you've got a crimp, a bead, and the Cascade Swivel, which, as you can see, is on that way. Yeah, like I told you, you need that bait clip going facing up the line. Bead, crimp, crimp, SRT spring, SRT spring, bead, swivel, bead, crimp, and then the bigger swivel at the top. That's all you need. So now we will do the hook snoods, and for the hook snoods, like I said, I'm using a £30 line, and what I normally do is fold that in half, the hook rig body fold it in half, as you can see, and then get my snood line, put it where I wanted it, and just put it a little bit shorter than the actual half of the rig body. Yeah, and then I cut 2 of them to length, the same length. So I'll do that now. There's one. They don't have to be precise. There's two hook links. One there. Hope you're enjoying the videos that I make. I'm not a professional, like I said, but I just try and help people that haven't made them before, or like to see different rigs. I mean, this is the first time I've tied one of these, really, except the other one I showed you. So do that. And for anyone that watches me videos, you'll know. If you haven't, it's new. There's the hook, your thumb over your thumbnail, like so. Yeah, thread the loop through, wet it, pull it with your thumb, slides down, all done. You haven't gone into your skin, so your nail protects it. Yeah, tag end, for anyone who hasn't watched me videos before, I'll leave a tag end so when you thread the lugworm up or your squid, it won't fall back down your hook. That tag end there, it will keep the lugworm up, save it falling back down. So that's the one. So now we get this. Going to tie this snood onto the bottom one first. Onto the bottom one first. So there it is, which is the Cascade Swivel. 2, 3, 5. I do 5 turns, you can do 6. Some people go back through the loop and do it 3 times round. You can do whatever knot you're happy with. I just do this for all my main knots mainly, except if you're using bigger thick line, like £100, which incidentally I did make some rigs for Huss, as I was told to. £100 rig body and £80 snoods, due to the Huss having sharp teeth and abrasion and all that. And then while I was fishing a drop down pulley with a size 4.0 hook, I caught, yes, a bull Huss. In fact, I caught 4 in the same day, all on the same rig. So that poo-pooed that idea of having £100 rig bodies and £80 snoods. Mine were just £25 snoods and £60 rig body, and I had 4 Huss. So there you go. So anyway, that's that done. So now you put that hook link onto your splashdown. Get it there. Right, make it tight. Just about there. Yeah. That's where you want it. So you can crimp that. Crimp that up. Like so. So it's crimped. And then you can crimp the other crimp and bead. Leave a little gap. Just so that can go round. Yeah. Crimp that up and that's done. So you know now, and that's crimped up. So now you get your other snood, tie your hook on, which I'm going to do. The idea of the SRT spring is when you cast out, the rig body stretches and it takes up the stretch, so your hooks don't come out of your bait clips. It compresses. The spring takes the compression. There you go. As I told you, well, as tight as you want. There you go. Leave that. Right. So here we go. Tie this on now to the top swivel. Tie this onto the top swivel. And remember, I haven't crimped any of the top swivel up. You need it loose so you can put the next hook onto the bait clip. Right, that's done, just a tiny tag end on that. Let's snip that off. Right, what I do now is I put the weight on, I connect the weight, whatever that is. Any weight. Yeah, we put the weight on there now, onto the link. So we do that one. Do that one. Thread the bottom clip up. I'm sorry about the angle of the camera, but I haven't got a camera, so I use my phone. There you go. So thread that up. So you got your weight. Do that. You know that's right. So you hold it now like that. So you get your next hook link. Yeah. Put it onto the Cascade swivel. There. Go up. Up and up. So you get it there. So that's straight now. So you hold the bead. Hang on. Right, so that's there now, and that's straight. Yeah, so I've got hold of the swivel. I've got hold of the crimp. So what I do now is hold the bead there, so it's all straight. Yeah, and then you hold it, and you put a bit of tension on that, on the spring. See me pushing it up, see the tension on that? Right, so that'll be tensioned onto the clip. The hook will be tensioned now when I let it go. Yeah, see the tension on that? Right, so you want to crimp that now. So, crimped, and then that one there, the next crimp. Yeah. So when you look now, and you tension that one up. Look at that one. You can see that's slightly tensioned. So when it comes off, see that is slightly tensioned, that. Yeah, as you can see, that's holding it down, that. So it's got some tension on it, and when it casts out, it stretches. See it stretch. See, it pulls. See, when you cast that out now, that'll go like that. So that's where you crimp that just a bit further up to give it a bit of room. I crimp it about 4mm up. That's crimped. So I hope this has been an informative video, and I've only just started using SRT springs and Cascade swivels to make me rigs. So there you go, that's it. See, that's that. It's got a tension on it, that spring there, it's all tensioned. So when you imagine that casting out now, you cast out and it goes boom like that, see, and that takes the tension, the spring takes the tension, so that stops your bait and your hook coming off your clip, because the spring has took the tension of the cast. Yeah, you imagine if that wasn't there, I know you've got it crimped up, but your line would go slack and that would take it off. So that's what it's for. So that's a 2-hook clip rig. I hope that was helpful and informative. Give it a like, mention me in the comments if you want, if you're enjoying me, tell me how you think I'm doing. Please like. Cheers lads.